Something that I find I'm being asked so much is, Amy, why did you leave the UK? Why didn't you want to live there anymore? And I feel like this is a topic of conversation that can go in many different ways. And there are many different reasons as to why that I won't be able to cover all in one video. But I wanted to touch on a few of the main points as to what was the leading decisions and reasons why we no longer are in the UK. So I never envisioned myself leaving and going to a different country. I always envisioned myself having a home in the UK, being around my blood family, and just leading the typical life of having kids, having a mortgage, getting married, working. Like, that was my dream. You know, I do come from what people call a broken family. My mum and dad separated when I was younger, and it wasn't the cleanest of separation, shall we say. There was a lot of toxicity that was involved in it. And so for me, I always craved that husband, the family, the home, that family unit that I almost feel I didn't get. And so after we lost Eetha, Charlie spoke about going away, and he did. He went away for a little while and he came back, and when he came back we spoke about going away. So we did. We had Shadow at the time, so we got him everything he needed to be able to leave the country, and we left the country. We went to Spain and we went to Portugal, and I was really missing what I called home. I wanted to go home, so we did. In December 2023, I think it was. 2023, we went back to the UK. When we went back to the UK, I was like really happy at first. I had accessibility to all the things that I loved, and I felt like, yes, I'm here, I'm back home. Very, very quickly that wore off. And we were working with a holistic health school based in America. And when we probably had been back a few months, and Charlie spoke about going out there, and I was like, I can't go, I can't leave Shadow, like that's not something that I can do. Charlie booked his flights and he went, and I quickly realised, why aren't I going? Because of Shadow. So I found a really lovely doggy daycare, and she was able to have Shadow. So we went through settling in sessions, got him settled. I then flew out to America, met Charlie there, spent a couple of weeks out there. And whilst we were out there, it really gave me the space away from being with Shadow, being in the UK, like being in our same dynamics and routine, to realise there is so much of this world to see. We don't need to be in the UK. Why are we there? And we got back to the UK, started selling stuff, and within a couple of weeks, we got in our car again and we were off. We got a new car, which really helped with the travelling, and especially having Shadow and all of our luggage as well. It just gave that more enjoyment, I guess. And Shadow wants to get up with me right now. And the time that we left was around Eetha's birthday, and we went and we did our travels. And it's only since leaving the UK does it really give you the ability to actually see what was happening in the UK that was affecting you. So personally for me, the energy was a massive thing. People are so miserable. People don't want to speak to you, they don't want to smile at you, and you only realise that and understand that that's not normal when you leave the country and you experience different cultures, and you see like people care about who you are, where you're from, what you do. Like, people are genuinely interested. But in the UK, there's this like, everyone is so miserable and stressed and exhausted because of the corruption and the way that the country is, that they don't have the energy or the desire to actually want to connect with people. So the energy was a massive thing. Of course, the weather. Everyone I speak to, even when I'm traveling around now, even with the country that we're in now, people are like, oh, it always rains in the UK, doesn't it? They've never been to the UK, but it's just what they've heard, that it always rains in the UK. And it's so true. The chemtrails, the rain, the grey, like the weather is not favourable in the UK. And even where we are now, we have 4 seasons. And probably 1 month a year, it really rains. And that was January. January was a difficult month. But then you go into like February and it's cold or chilly, but it's bright blue skies. And that really changes your mood, that changes your motivation, that changes your energy. So the weather was a massive thing. Thirdly, which I don't think is much surprise to anyone who knows the UK, but the cost of living. The cost of living is an absolute joke in the UK. What we were paying for our flat, we are basically paying the same, a tiny bit more, to now be in a 4-bedroom, detached, gated, mountain view, beautiful home. We have our own offices. We have our bedroom. We have a spare bedroom. We have a garage. We're growing food in our garden. And we were paying basically the same to be in a ground floor, 2-bedroom flat. And yes, I am so grateful for that property because it gave us the space that we needed when the world was going crazy in 2020. So the cost of living is another thing. Just the price of like being out here, and people are like, it's so expensive out here, because this is one of the more expensive countries in Southeast Europe. But compared to what the UK is, when I went back a few weeks ago now, I couldn't believe the price difference. Like, it's insane how highly priced things are in the UK, whether that's fuel, whether that's the bills. Like, seeing the difference of what the bills are out here compared to the UK, again, it's just the cost of living is crazy in the UK. So that was another reason. There is so many other directions that I could take this in as to why I did choose to leave the UK, but just the overall corruption that is happening in the UK now, it is not a safe country. The way that the immigration is, the like stabbings and the like, even when I went back for that short period of time recently, I'm not staying near the city, I'm out staying at my mum's, but you can just feel it in the energy. There is so much that I'm so grateful for to be able to go back there, but it is absolutely not a place that feels safe. I would feel safe to walk in the dark here and be okay. I would feel safe to walk around with my phone in my hand and be okay. I would not feel that in the UK. And that is so sad when that is your home country, when that's the country that you've grown up in. And I'm going to end on this one. The tax. The tax in the UK is diabolical. Like, the amount of tax that I hear people are paying for the most corrupt system is crazy to me. So they are some of the reasons why I left the UK. I am going to keep speaking about this because I think it's a really, really important topic, but a huge thing for me is the energy, and a huge thing for me is I did not realise how much that was affecting my life until I came away from it. So often when you're in somewhere, you can't see the effects that it's having on you until you come away from it.